Hey, if you're trying to get in better shape or eat healthier, who isn't? Where do you go for advice? Well, if your answer is the internet or social media, both can be helpful resources, but they can also be misleading. So today we are helping you separate fact from fiction. Our fitness trainer, Lindsey Mathews, is here to bust some common fitness myths and help us all feel a little more informed. Lindsey, you know, looking over this segment, I'm like, it's like fake news. We're getting some fake news.
We are.
Because you're getting different resources depending where you look.
Yes, for sure. There's so much information out there. So I'm going to see if I can trick you today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to quiz me.
Yes.
I want you to quiz me.
Yes,
because we're going to talk about some of these myths.
Yeah.
Maybe other people are confused as well. Okay,
Yeah,
let's start
exactly.
with your first one.
All right, first one we've got eating meals deconstructed will help me keep blood sugar stable and lose weight.
Okay, tell me what deconstructed means.
Okay, so there's some buzz going on right now about pulling apart your carbs, fats, and protein and eating them about 15 minutes apart.
Oh. Oh boy, I'm giving a false to that because
Okay.
it just seems like too much
It's crazy, right? Yes. So the idea there is it will help your blood sugar stay more stable. But really, our carbs need to be eaten with fats and proteins to help prevent a huge blood sugar spike and then that crash after. So it's actually better to have a more balanced meal than split it up like that. And that's not really sustainable or realistic, right?
Yeah, how much work is that too?
Right.
Way too much.
Yeah,
okay,
it's pretty crazy.
So that's a case where not only is that false, it's worse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And just not good for anyone's lifestyle.
Okay, yay.
So.
All right, now the next one is talking about sweating.
Yes, so the next one, more sweat equals a better workout. True or false?
So I have heard that the more you sweat, it means you're already in better shape. So true?
Actually, false. Yay,
Okay.
I got ya. So, you know, if you do sweat, you may be having a good workout, but the lack of sweat does not mean it's not an effective workout. You know, some types of workouts will make you sweat more than others. For example, cardio will make you sweat more than most strength training workouts. That does not mean a strength training workout is not effective. Different workouts have different purposes in our program, and you might sweat, you might not, and it's okay.
So yeah, you're saying don't worry if you're not
Yes.
super sweaty. I'm not a big sweater. And
Yeah.
I'm like, does that just mean I'm so out of shape? Which
No,
I'm a little bit,
you know, some people sweat more than others. Some of it can be genetic as well.
I was going to say, what
Yeah.
part does genetics play?
Yeah, it definitely plays a role there. I mean, you'll talk to people that are like, oh, I can go out on a run and I just don't get that sweaty, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that either.
Okay, that's good to know because I don't love sweating
Yeah.
anyway. So, okay, our next statement is I can lose weight without exercise.
Yeah, what do you think about that one?
Okay, I think you can, but it's probably not healthy.
Right, so would you say true on that one?
True.
True, yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So weight loss is more of a function of our nutrition. Whether we're in a calorie deficit or eating at calorie maintenance, that's what's gonna really dictate if you lose weight. Of course, we do want to exercise. Cardio is very healthy for our heart. Strength training is very healthy for our bone density and just for building muscle mass as we age.
And so talk to me about how that helps with our bone density because I think that's a lot of people's fear. Like we don't want to, you know, be hunched over in our older. So lifting weights is what's going to help us.
Yeah, and cardio as well. So bone is actually a living tissue that responds and reacts to the stress we place on it. So when we are exercising at, you know, higher impacts or strength training, your bone is going to actually respond and become more dense and stronger through that.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Because everyone keeps bugging me to take calcium, and like I will, but I also need to do that to make my bones healthy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the next one, something about
Next
carbs.
one, yes. I should cut carbs to lose weight.
Okay, I'm going to say false on this because I believe it's not good to cut anything completely from your diet, right?
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So when you cut carbs, a lot of people do lose weight. So carbohydrate, that's the name of, you know, carbs, they hold water with them. So 1 gram of carbs holds approximately 3 or 4 grams of water. So when someone does cut their carbs, they will see a decrease on the scale, but that's just water weight. You know, if you're focused on fat loss and just the long game, you really want to have a balanced approach to nutrition and not cut out whole food groups or, you know, just certain foods, like you said.
Yeah, and that's why it's good to talk to someone like you who can tell us what are the right proportions of carbs, fats, all those things.
Yep, exactly.
But don't completely cut it out.
No, and it gets a bad rap. I mean, it gets maybe like a positive reputation because when people do it, they do lose weight, but it's not sustainable that way.
You hear people all the time, I cut this out, or I'm not doing this, I'm
and
not
they gain it all
this.
back.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Okay, up next, I think is an issue a lot of people have when they're trying to just lose that belly fat.
Yes.
What is our statement here?
Yeah, so if I want to lose belly fat, I should do a lot of crunches.
Okay, I actually know that this is false.
Yes.
Because you can't really target a specific
you can't spot
area.
reduce, right. So again, fat loss comes from just an overall healthy approach to exercise and nutrition, right? And so no amount of crunches, or if you're trying to target, stubborn fat on the back of your arms, no amount of tricep lifting exercises will burn the fat in that area. You just need to focus on an overall approach to nutrition and exercise, and then you'll lose fat. It's actually genetic where our bodies lose fat. You can tell, by looking at your mom and dad, or where they kind of hold their stubborn fat is usually the last place to lose it. So you just need to be patient and just keep on going.
So are you telling, because you perked my interest when you talked about that fat on the back of the arms.
Yeah.
So is it not helpful at all to focus and do a lot of tricep work?
No,
or is that going to help a little?
It's going to help build the muscle there, so that once you lose the fat there, which is more of a function of nutrition, like we said before, you're going to have, those toned, sculpted arms. If you don't do any exercises for the back of your arms, it's just going
to be like a noodle,
yeah,
a skinny noodle.
Exactly. So definitely lifting helps, but it's not going to burn the fat in that area.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right, up next, something about water.
Yeah, so drinking more water will help me lose weight.
I mean, I'm going to say true just because I just feel like people are harping on us all the time to drink water.
Sure. Being dehydrated will affect so many body processes, including your metabolism and digestion, which are closely related to your weight loss progress. So making sure you get enough water can also help you regulate your hunger cues. Oftentimes we think we're hungry and we start eating when really we're just thirsty. Maybe we just need a couple cups of water. But really it can help your metabolism run more efficiently and your digestion as well.
Okay, good to know. Now the next one, I was just talking to my friends about this the other day. We're entering our 50s.
Yes.
And thinking about menopause. What is something people are thinking about menopause?
So a lot of people think I can't lose weight after or during menopause.
Well, I think that a lot of people would think that because it seems harder the older I get to lose weight, but I think false. I think you still could lose weight.
Yes, 100%. I have worked with so many women in those menopause, postmenopausal age ranges, and it just takes more time, and it does take a different approach too. You have to really look at your body's stress levels and focus on types of exercise that help lower stress instead of increase stress. So maybe you're cutting out some of those high intensity spin classes in exchange for a yoga class, or some good strength training, some walking. So you do have to change your approach a bit, but it's 100% possible.
You can adjust. Okay, and you have one final mantra for us.
Yes, I should find a balanced approach to fitness that I enjoy to see long-term results. That's probably
obvious. Like a duh.
Yeah,
yes, of course.
It is. Yeah, if you don't do something that you enjoy and then you love, you're not going to stick with it long-term, and you're not going to be able to maintain any results that you see, which should be the ultimate goal, right?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I think
welcome.
This is so helpful. Where can people learn more about you?
Yeah, so I am Trainer Lindsey on Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook, Trainer Lindsey, so easy. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.